Hi, Diana here from An Ageless Life, and I want to talk to you about what it is that you're doing as far as working toward looking and feeling younger. We all, regardless of what age we are, even when we're in our 40s and our 50s, we in 60s and 70s and on, want to look and feel good. And part of that is looking good. So, what is it that we're doing about it? And we all hear this that, 50 is a new 30, 60 is a new 40. I don't know where 70 is supposed to be the new 50s or where it is that we actually draw the line on that. But really being able to look and feel our best at every stage of our life is what we all want. Because the way that we look and the way that we show up in the world actually tells people how we think about ourselves. It tells them, is she good at her job? Is she excited about her job? Is she, somebody that I can go to that will really give me what it is that I need? Or if I'm working in a group or any of those kinds of things, really looks at how we interact with the world. And a lot of that is due from confidence. And for women in particular, our confidence is definitely tied with the way that we look. So, what is it that you do that makes you feel younger or that works you toward feeling younger? So, I want to talk a little bit about the concept of non negotiable. Everybody's life is super hectic, lots of stuff going on, more than we want. And we're kind of in this usual position where we're in between being underwhelmed and having things that we need to do. And it's really that kind of weird place that we're in right now. So it's actually a perfect time to decide, okay, I want to do something to look and feel younger. So what is it that we would do? And I see, hello, Kamala, glad you are here. And really setting aside some time and dedicating it toward that. So let me give you an example. One of my clients was like, I don't know what to do. I got so many things that are wrong. I need to do this and this and this and this. And we talked about it. And the challenge is if you try to do all of those things all at once, you're going to end up being frustrated because it's so many things to manage. If you're starting to change what you eat and you change how you grocery shop because of that, and you change how you cook, and oh, by the way, I'm also adding 45 minutes of working out with this, and then I'm going to make sure that I drink lots of water, and I'm also going to do these 15 other things, and I'm going to make sure that I get enough sleep. Too many things to manage. We become quickly overwhelmed. And that was at the point where she came to me where she was. She said, I know what I need to do. I can't figure out how to get it done. There's too many things that need to be done. And I want to do them all right now because I want to change this. I have a big event coming up. I want to look good for it. And I don't know what to do. So being able to really find the one thing that is your non-negotiable and be able to work through that and figure out how to implement that. And let me give you an example. So I switch up my non-negotiables ever so often because there's something that maybe I get to the point where it was a non-negotiable. Now I've incorporated it into my lifestyle and I don't need to focus on it so much. Or it might be that I've had a total shift in things that are going on. So I need to really work on a different area. So what I'm going to do, for example, mine right now is sleep. So a couple of things have happened. One, daylight savings time is over. Two, there are more hours in the day that there is light. And for me, I'm extremely sensitive to the light. So when that light comes streaming into my window in the morning, boom, I'm wide awake. So I'm having to change around the way that I prepare for sleep and when I prepare for sleep. So instead of doing it like I was before, which I might go to sleep at 11 and sleep until 7 or 8, now I need to go to bed earlier. I need to make sure that I have all of the curtains pulled. I have invested in a mask, which is going to be coming, basically the kind that just goes over your eyes here and blocks out the sunlight. But for me, I have to make sure that it's one that is not too tight on my head, all of those kinds of things. But I have decided to make getting sleep a priority for now, because what I found is I've been slipping in this area. I need to go back and refocus on sleeping. So I've gone back to my little cheat sheet. I created a little cheat sheet, and it's also one that I use for my clients to help them, because after all, we all can use more sleep. In the US, there are estimates that even as much as 80% of the population is sleep deprived. We're talking about adults and children, and didn't talk about pets at all. I think they're probably doing okay. But just the two-legged, so to speak, are sleep deprived. So I'm going to do what I need to do in order to make sure that I get my sleep. Part of that is me making the decision that sleep is really important and that I want to do what it takes. So for me, what does that mean? That means I have a strategy that I use. I do the same ritual every night before I go to sleep. I have a cup of hot water. I sit down and I do my stretches. My kittens come into bed with me. I pet them, and it all just kind of relaxing. I do maybe a 10-minute meditation, lay down, and then I go to sleep. So I'm starting to have to move that schedule up now because I'm getting up earlier. It's going to be easier for me to go to bed earlier than it will be to really control how much light. Because the other thing about it is, unfortunately, with my kittens, as soon as they see that it's light out, they're wide awake and it's like, Mom, where's breakfast? So they're waking me up. So I'm switching my ritual around. That also means that I'm going to have to get off of my devices earlier. I can't be scrolling or listening to Clubhouse or watching any of the podcasts or any of that kind of stuff, because I'm really trying to decrease the stimulation that I have before I go to bed. I make it my sacred time, so to speak, because it is really important to get sleep. Sleep is when and I've talked about this before, is that's the time like your own body's janitorial service goes through your body, and it cleans out all of the things, gets rid of the rubbish and garbage that is accumulated in your body, but also in your brain. So at that point, it cleans out all of that stuff. It bathes your brain with all these nice fluids that give it what it needs to develop the synapses or the little highways that produce memory, helps with short-term memory, long-term memory, thinking clearly, all of those kinds of things. So for me, sleep is a priority. I've decided that sleep is going to be the big thing that I work on for the next month or 6 weeks or however long it takes for me to get reestablished or reset this pattern into my life. So that is my message for you today. And I also want to tell you, I am starting the stress series again. It is a 4-week series of classes in which I talk you through, and it involves many of the components that will be beneficial for sleep as well. But really being able to manage your stress makes a huge difference on how you age, what diseases you do or don't get, quality of life, belly fat, wrinkles, you name it, it's all there. So stay tuned for that. And it will be coming up soon and dropped in right here. That's it for today. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.